In the last 2 decades, Turkey has undergone a military transformation that few could have predicted. Once heavily reliant on foreign suppliers for even the most basic defense systems, Turkey is now a major player in the global arms industry. From combat drones that dominate modern battlefields to sophisticated missile systems and next-generation armored vehicles, Turkey has positioned itself as a rising military industrial power. But how did this transformation happen so fast? And how did Turkey manage to build one of the most powerful armies in the region and beyond? The early struggles, dependency and limitations. For decades, Turkey relied heavily on military imports from NATO allies, particularly the United States and Europe. While this allowed it to build a large standing army, it also exposed critical vulnerabilities. Sanctions, political disagreements, and supply chain restrictions often left the Turkish armed forces without access to spare parts or upgrades. This dependence limited Turkey's strategic autonomy and undermined its national security ambitions. The 1974 Cyprus operation was a turning point. Following the U.S. arms embargo in response to Turkey's intervention, Ankara realized it could no longer afford to be dependent on foreign suppliers for key military technologies. This marked the beginning of a long journey toward military self-sufficiency. Strategic vision, the birth of a national defense doctrine. The real acceleration began in the early 2000s under the leadership of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The Turkish government launched a series of defense modernization programs with the goal of building a self-sufficient military-industrial complex. The vision was not just to produce for domestic needs, but also to become a global exporter of advanced weapon systems. The establishment of the Presidency of Defense Industries, SSB, played a central role in this transformation. The SSB coordinated research, development, and production across various sectors, encouraging public-private partnerships and investing in local talent and innovation. Turkish defense giants, building a new industrial base. Turkey's defense sector today is powered by several major companies that have become globally recognized. Baykar. The maker of the legendary Bayraktar TB2 drone, Baykar has redefined modern warfare. The TB2 has been used successfully in Libya, Syria, Nagorno-Karabakh, and Ukraine, proving its effectiveness and boosting Turkey's image as a drone superpower. ASELSAN. A major electronics and defense systems producer, ASELSAN designs radars, communication systems, electro-optical technologies, and advanced electronic warfare systems. ROKETSAN. Specializing in missile systems, ROKETSAN develops air-to-surface and surface-to-surface missiles, including precision-guided munitions and ballistic missile defense technologies. TAI. Turkish Aerospace Industries. TAI develops aircraft, satellites, and unmanned systems, including the Anka drone, Hurjet advanced trainer, and the highly anticipated KAAN 5th-generation fighter jet. FNSS and BMC. These companies manufacture advanced armored vehicles such as the Altai main battle tank, Pars armored vehicles, and Amazon tactical vehicles designed for high mobility and survivability in combat zones. The drone revolution, Turkey's strategic game changer. If one technology symbolizes Turkey's military rise, it is undoubtedly drones. The Bayraktar TB2 and Akinci UAVs have not only changed the nature of battlefield operations, but have positioned Turkey among the world's top drone producers. These drones combine affordability, combat effectiveness, and ease of deployment, making them attractive to countries across Africa, the Middle East, Central Asia, and even Europe. The TB2's role in Ukraine, where it helped stall Russian advances early in the war, earned it international acclaim. The success of Turkish drones has allowed Ankara to pursue its foreign policy goals more aggressively, while reducing reliance on manned air platforms. Export success. Turkish weapons go global. Turkey is now among the world's top arms exporters. In 2023 alone, Turkish defense exports reached a record $5.5 billion, with deals signed in over 170 countries. Nations such as Qatar, Pakistan, Ukraine, Azerbaijan, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, and Tunisia have all purchased Turkish-made drones, armored vehicles, or missile systems.
The appeal lies in Turkey's ability to deliver advanced technology at relatively affordable prices. Moreover, Turkey often includes technology transfer clauses in its contracts, something Western suppliers are often reluctant to do. This approach strengthens long-term partnerships and gives customer nations more independence. The Turkish Armed Forces, a modern fighting force. Parallel to its defense industry revolution, Turkey has modernized its armed forces. Today, the Turkish military is among the top 15 most powerful militaries in the world, equipped with domestically produced drones, tanks, missiles, and naval systems. The Navy has received a major upgrade with the construction of the TCG Anadolu, Turkey's first amphibious assault ship capable of launching drones and possibly short takeoff and landing aircraft. The Army is undergoing full digitalization and tactical modernization, while the Air Force is developing indigenous fighter programs and satellite-based ISR, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance capabilities. Challenges on the path ahead. Despite its success, Turkey's defense industry still faces some challenges. Key technologies like jet engines, radar stealth coatings, and advanced avionics are still partially sourced from abroad. Sanctions from Western countries, particularly after Turkey's purchase of the Russian S-400 missile system, have slowed some projects, like the F-35 partnership. Nonetheless, Turkey has responded by doubling down on domestic R&D, investing in artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and next-gen aerospace technologies. Conclusion: a military power redefining the global balance. Turkey's rise as a military-industrial power is no longer just a national ambition, it is a global reality. Through strategic investments, national vision, and relentless innovation, Turkey has managed to transform its defense sector into a globally competitive force. What once a country struggling to import spare parts is now a nation that exports cutting-edge drones and tanks to dozens of countries. As it continues to reduce foreign dependence and push forward with indigenous technologies, Turkey is reshaping not only its own strategic future, but also the dynamics of global military power. The Turkish model offers a compelling case study for nations seeking to balance independence, innovation, and strategic defense, proving that with the right vision and investment, even mid-sized powers can rise to global prominence in the modern military age.